What's up Cloud Gamers? Welcome to the Cloud Gaming Xtreme channel and welcome to another weekly episode of our Cloud Gaming News Recap. This week we will go over the news from Stadia, Xbox Cloud Gaming, GeForce NOW, PlayStation NOW, Boosteroid and Shadow PC. Before we kick this video into high gear, if you are enjoying our content, why not drop us a wee like on the video, hit that subscribe button and ring those bells so you don't miss out on any more future content. Let's dive right into it with the Stadia news this week, and we are getting 5 pro games for the month of September. In addition to Darksiders 2 Definitive Edition, A Little Big Workshop and Wave Break, Stadia Shadow dropped Ark Survival Evolved and Legend of Keepers Career of a Dungeon Manager onto the Pro subscription this week. Staying on the subject of Stadia Pro, Bluefire was announced as leaving Pro last month, but that will no longer be the case. The game will remain for quite a while, they say. Free play days return this weekend for Stadia Pro subscribers. Watch Dogs Legion is still available to play for free through until 7 AM Pacific time Monday September 6. To continue playing after the free play days end, you will have to purchase the game in the Stadia store, which is currently priced at $60, or you can play via your Ubisoft Plus subscription. Speaking of Ubisoft Plus, their subscription service is now available in every country that Stadia is available in. However, come September 30th there will be a price change for new members of the service. It's going up to $17.99 per month from the current $14.99. This rise only applies if you have a cloud account linked, i.e. Stadia or Luna. If you already have your account linked to a cloud platform and you continue your subscription, you will carry on paying the $14.99 unless cancelled and reactivated at a later date. Only then will you pay the new higher monthly price. If you solely play Ubisoft Plus on PC, the price rise does not affect you. That will stay at $14.99, which means you can also still use the service on GFN as well. Wrapping up the last of the Stadia news this week, you can now change your Stadia handle. The instructions are on screen and as you see they are pretty straightforward. Select your avatar, select the Stadia name and avatar option and click change your name. This option will not appear if you have changed your name within a 180-day period, but you can contact support if you require a change beforehand. And finally, if you never claimed your $10 discount during the last promotion, you should get an email dropping soon informing you that you have $10 or pounds or euros to use towards your next Stadia store purchase. This offer is only available to active or former Stadia Pro subscribers who never redeemed a similar offer between the end of 2020 into early 2021. In an unusually quiet week, Xbox announced 4 more games for their cloud service. A trio of games arrived on September 2nd in Craftopia, Signs of the Sojourner and Surgeon Simulator 2. Breath Edge is the final game coming to the cloud service so far this month. That will be arriving September 9th, and a special mention goes to Craftopia as this is a game preview, so just to let you guys know that this most likely won't represent the full finished article. 5 games are unfortunately doing a runner from this service this month. You have until September 13th to get your fix of Red Dead Online. September 15th sees the departure of Forza Motorsport 7, Hotshot Racing, The Dark Crystal Age of Resistance Tactics and Thronebreaker The Witcher Tales. So folks, last couple of weeks to try these out and or finish up your playtime with them. The beginning of September has seen GeForce NOW lay out their roadmap for the month ahead. In total, we should see 34 games being onboarded, 16 of which will be brand new day and date releases. This past week saw 13 games brought to the service, 4 of which were day and date releases. Song of Iron was the first, which comes from the Steam store. Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous comes via Steam and the Epic store, and I can confirm it is now available on the service. It was a wee bit late in coming. WRC 10 FIA World Rally Championship was the 3rd day and date release. You could pick that up from Steam and Epic. And the final one was Golf Club Wasteland, and that comes from the Steam store. The other 9 games to make it onto the service this week were Yoku Island Express, which is free to claim from the Epic Games Store. Deepest Chamber also comes from the Epic Games Store. Devil Slayer Raksasi comes from Steam this week, as does Dorf Romantic. The Incredible Adventures of Van Helsing Final Cut, Iron Sight, 9 to 5 and Paint the Town Red all come from Steam, and the final game to be onboarded this week was Shadow Man Remastered, coming from the Epic Games Store. We can also look forward to a further 12 day and date releases onto the platform in the coming weeks. Bus Simulator 21, Dies Legacy, Life is Strange True Colours, Honey I Joined a Cult, Aragami 2, Kena Bridge of Spirits, Sable, Encased a sci-fi post-apocalyptic RPG, Away the Survival Series, Lemni's Gate, Hot Wheels Unleashed and Rogue Lords. Also coming throughout September will be American Fugitive, Aragami, Darwin Project, which is a free-to-play game, Infinifactory, Miscreated, Postal Redux, Professional Fishing, Rustler and finally Verdun. Loads to look forward to, but unfortunately 3 games that were planned to release on GeForce Now last month never made it. Hard Truck Apocalypse, Lawn Mowing Simulator and Tiz 100 will no longer be coming to the service. Starting this month, you can relive some of the most iconic adventures in RPG history as part of your PlayStation Now subscription. A quintet of Final Fantasy games are coming to the service over the next 5 months, and we begin with Final Fantasy VII coming September 7th. That's followed by Final Fantasy VIII Remastered on October 5th. November 2nd will see the arrival of Final Fantasy IX. Final Fantasy X HD Remaster will be arriving December 7th. And finally, Final Fantasy XII The Zodiac Age will be arriving January 4th, 2022. All 5 will be available to stream directly to your PC, PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5. September has kicked off with a flurry of titles newly available on Boosteroid. Morris Games have made 9 of their titles available to Boosteroid users in the form of Ari and the Secret of Seasons, Remothered Broken Porcelain, Trine 4 The Nightmare Prince, Override 2 Super Mech League, Extinction, Rock of Ages 3 Make and Break, Bear With Me The Lost Robots, Scully, and finally Lost Words Beyond the Page. All of those come by way of the Steam store this month. Also arriving onto the service this past week we saw Bigfoot, Drizzle Path Genie and Guardian of the Lore. All of those come by way of the Steam store as well. This past week the Shadow France Twitter account put out a tweet stating that Shadow is available again. From today you can order Shadow and be activated almost instantly. Be careful though, there are only 5,000 accounts available, so we'll have to hurry. Now that isn't grammatically correct, but it was translated from French by Google as we see here, but I can attest to the quick activations for me personally here in Scotland as part of Europe. When I ordered my Shadow 2 weeks ago, I ordered mid-morning on the Monday and I received my activation email by the Wednesday afternoon. Now, this is not going to be the case for every user. As we see here, they only had 5,000 counts available. I have no further news. I've been digging. I don't know if those 5,000 counts are gone just yet or not. Nothing has officially came out or been announced from Shadow themselves, only the Shadow France Twitter account. Well folks, another eventful week in the cloud gaming sphere. Be sure to let us know all of your thoughts in the comments below. If you would like a more in-depth view of this past week's news, check out the channel where the videos are all on demand, or if you enjoy a bit of reading, why not check out our website? All the information is there in far greater detail. Be sure to follow us across all of our social channels for the latest cloud gaming news, tech reviews, comparisons and gameplay. Until next time then folks, stay safe and keep on gaming.